Well, stage one is to make a drawing of this composition, and it's quite a complicated one, as you can see. What I normally do is work up my photographs into quarters and eighths, halfway in quarters, and do the same in the photograph. You can draw lines across the photograph if you want. You already have this photograph that you can copy from. And if you want to do this step by step, we can grid the photograph up. You can grid up the canvas, you can draw across these photographs if you want, and then draw the things in. Now, I've done a very loose drawing, but although it looks very loose, all of these salient points are in the correct position. So I've got the basic composition in shapes, geometric shapes. Everything is in the right perspective, the vanishing points here. You can see everything goes to here with the vanishing points on this, which is a single point perspective. And I've got my basic composition to place my shapes within. We want a fairly good drawing. We don't want all the details, we just want the basic shapes. They're very important. If we try and paint within a poor drawing, our painting will become even worse, our design will become even worse, the faults will be exaggerated. We need to work within a fairly good drawing. If you have a very loose painting, you can work loosely within a tighter drawing, but you can't work loosely within a bad drawing unless you're very, very good, because you have to tighten things up as you go along. So I would suggest that you start off to do this drawing then by gridding up the canvas, and I'll show you how I go about this. You'll see me gridding up the canvas now, and then I gradually add shape by shape within that. Once you've made those first marks, you've decided everything, because everything must be proportionately correct. Of course, you can leave some things out or even add things in if you want to, that's your choice. Right, once we've got the drawing completed, then we're able to move on to the painting, which is our stage 2. Stage 1, let's do the drawing. Stage 2, we'll start with the painting. Well, I've completed the Argenton series, and now I want to go back to exploring and experimenting with previous work. So we're carrying on with the Secret series. Here we are back in Provence in a market square here, busy lunchtime, light shining on through down these buildings here, and all these people just basking in this Provence light down here in this busy market square. So I'm going to use flat brushes on this and experiment and explore a bit, just see where it goes, get myself back into it again, and you can share it with me. First of all, I'll show you the paints I normally use. In this case I'm using the heavy bodies and solid acrylics, and I just lay my palette out, make my own stay wet palette out of a big sandwich box here, paper towels on the bottom that are wet, place the paints on top, nice big metal tray to paint into. I sometimes use sponge rollers, this time I'm not going to. Here are the colours that I keep overall as a standard stock of paints, and here's my palette, see more clearly with the paints out freshly. Now we'll move on to the actual tools we're going to use. I have here my flat brushes, my filberts and my square-ended brushes. I'm going to use mainly square-ended for this, and paint in a series of vertical strokes, mainly vertical strokes with some horizontals and diagonals working across them. So I want it to be a fairly contemporary piece. I'm going to be very aware today of the abstract shapes within this. And I'm just going to paint the abstract shapes, and like a jigsaw, let the painting make itself. I've got painting knives here and palette knives here if I need to use them, but I don't think I will do in this particular painting. So start off with my larger brushes and then work down to my smaller ones. Amongst these brushes, in both filberts and in the square-ended brushes, I've got a series of small round pointed brushes as well for my final details if I require them. Okay, then let's make a start on this. Obviously I've got a jar of water there for cleaning my brush, but I shan't need any other tools, I don't think, in this particular painting. I'm going to start off with a nice 1/2 inch brush here. It's big enough for this. I don't need to show you too much of the colour mixing because I'll discuss the colours as I go along. You know the palette I'm using. I'm going to start off with some cerulean blue, and I want to use it fairly heavily here. So I'm going to, let's work out where things are here. I haven't drawn anything for the sky, but there's a cloud coming here, right around into there, lighter cloud over here, just so I know where things are. I'm going to just place block colours of these lovely vibrant colours that I've got here up into here, right from the top. Nice thick strokes of paint. Let's really enjoy the colours. Then I'm going to go straight down into my turquoise, blend that in, nice big strokes. Don't worry if I've got one colour coming in together on the brush, it's quite fun that way. I've got both light and deep turquoise here to use as I want. Now this way of painting, it's a matter of delicacy of touch. If we press too hard, we're going to lift the paint off and we're going to blend it too much. So I just want to touch gently here. Whenever there's a colour change, I can just pick up my paint and just blend it on top and let the eye do the work. So I can paint across if I want to. You can go slightly over the edges if you like, that way you're not going to have a halo around something. I'm going to start mixing some colours now to get just the tones I want. Nice thick heavy paint, heavy bodied paint. We're going to use it for its best abilities, that is the consistency of this lovely thick clear colours. It's drying fairly quickly, it's very dry in this room. Also fairly light colour of this same one, put some white into it and just lather that on here now. I don't think I'm going to need any cream here. If I do, it won't be difficult to put some in. Make sure that you do cover the canvas. Actually, I'm going to make a very slight cool cream. I'm going to take a little bit of lemon yellow and the white and just add a bit more warmth to this area here of sunlight. Magenta into that, and just feel that magenta around these areas of cloud here a bit. Let's really make these colours sing, let's really push them. Right, don't want to do too much more on that sky. Don't want to get too bogged down with detail, that's my problem at the minute. Really look for colours. It's almost as if we're looking through a frosted glass window at it. We'll get these. Right, let's leave that at that and we'll move on to the buildings. And I said I was going to start with darks, but I couldn't resist that with the sky. I'm going to come back to my darks. And I'm going to deliberately start mixing some really lovely, rich, deep colours. Start with the purple. So I'm just using my biggest brushes here at the moment. Just quite abstractly, and if we put them in the right places, hopefully everything's just going to come into place. And we'll build up detail bit by bit as we go along. Want some burnt sienna now and deep blue to find these windows here. Prussian blue, burnt sienna, nice dark. It's on your brush, keep using it. A bit more of the burnt sienna in it and a bit warmer up here. Stage 1 we did the drawing, stage 2 we painted the sky. Now I'm just going to go on to the darks, and I'm going to get all of these darks in. Bit of the burnt sienna there, direct. Burnt sienna again, just up here. A bit of blue along there later. Just find this edge. fine and define. You can use the blade of these flat brushes sideways to get finer details. I can move down in brushes whenever I want, up and down, size of brushes if I need to in between. Just want to establish my lights and darks at first here. Just want to map out my dark areas. A deep green now. I'll put some emerald in with my deep mix. I've got that on my brush. If I see it somewhere else, I'll use it. Just put it on the side of her face there. And it's dark against light, warm against cool, rough against smooth. We're constantly playing around with these beautiful colours and hues and tones. Just get colour, put it in. You can put the lighter over the top afterwards. Let's just block in these darks first of all, in different hues. And pick up on the green again. Start to bring that through before picking up on some Prussian. Really going much darker into the edges. Yellow ochre and a bit of emerald, and now I'm going back to my cool blues. I'm mixing up some new colours, so I'm going to take some yellow ochre and burnt sienna. Just have a look at some of this colouring over here. I want to get a base coat down first of all, a bit of paint over that and get this colour right. Obviously one's thrown out a bit at this stage because of the amount of white canvas that there is there. I've really got to remove that before I can get anywhere more of a chestnut brown, so I'm going to have to add some warmth to that, I think, to try and get that really rich. Add some of this in crimson to that there to get that. Play with these colours to find the right ones. Do a bit of blending at the moment and I'll come back. I've lost my edges a bit with the drawing. I can't just cut in with this. I need to find these shapes again. So I'll come back over them with a smaller brush later. Using slightly thinner paint at the moment just to establish my shapes. So mix a little bit more blue into that. See what that does. Far out. Perhaps a little greener. Just want to get rid of this white at the moment. Main thing is to just use this white canvas so I can see where I'm going to put my colours in a moment. Although I was working my darks up, I'm just going all over the place at the moment and just adding colours where I feel like on the brush or I want to put them in. Well, morning again, we're back at it again. Let's continue painting this and working on to any parts that might need a bit more work yet. It's one thing I do love, as you probably know by now if you've been watching me a while, it's painting with highlights. And the trouble is I've got the canvas at an angle so that it can be filmed, but I've got to come in front of it to actually see what I'm doing here, otherwise I'm not painting. I'm painting in perspective and not making sure that things are correctly the right width. So much to do, so much work here, it's quite daunting, but gradually pull it together, bit by bit. And draw in a lot of this with the dark just to find my way again, because I've got a little bit lost with all of this. Just where these really dark bits are, and because I'm working a little bit tonally here, I'm working with thicker and thinner paint just to find all my shapes. Well, at least this one's keeping me occupied a bit longer. It's a difficult one to do. Okay, I think I've just about got my basic drawing back again, so I've got an idea where things are going now. So it should be a matter of now starting to work in all of these beautiful colours. There is an awful lot to paint in this. I really do want to get more vibrancy going in these colours yet. Not so many gorgeous colours here to find. And I need to learn more myself about mixing these colours, so I'll really try and find them now. I want to work on this until I'm happy with it. Cools against warms, lights against darks, roughs against smooth. We'll try and find these. Cadmium orange and a little bit of white. Quite strong cadmium orange because I want to really try and pick out these sunlit bits of just feel I'm starting to get to grips with this now. So I've moved from my warms straight back into my cools again here. I've almost got to start working with a smaller brush, you know, because I don't know whether I wanted sunglasses there or not. That's the point. I'm not sure what I actually want in this. It's certainly been a struggle, this one, but it's been really good for me. I'm still learning new things all the time. And keep working and working and working, getting nowhere, and then just suddenly you find you're there. It's quite a large work, so a lot of detail to do in it. as I say, suddenly we shall find that we are there. You usually know when to stop on a picture like this. I think we'll call this one done because I don't want to fiddle with it much more really. Do we need to do any more highlights with the small brush or details here and there? I wonder. Just have a little look and see, but I shouldn't need much if anything. So now I've got to just fiddle around till I get it right again. Well, it's been nice to move on to a more taxing piece here with this work. It certainly pushed me, and we move on now to doing more in this series on the secrets. This one from Provence, and I've got a few more in mind as well, but different shapes and sizes.